Oi guys, look at this. If this trail was not made for me, I don't know what trail is. Let's go have a little look. Michael's Nature Trail. Here we have a young Michael walking his own trail in the Thailand wilderness. Big up David Attenborough every single time. Literally lived off that guy's documentaries throughout my childhood. What an absolute national treasure for England. For anyone, to be honest. I don't know anyone around the world that doesn't like David Attenborough. What an absolute G. I will say though, thank you so much for providing me with wildlife education and a better education on the world than any teacher has ever taught me in my life. I mean, big up my old geography teacher, Mr. Tyson. If you ever see this, bruv, you are a legend. You were my favourite teacher ever at Great Marlow School. Anyone knows GMS at the time that we were at school was wild, man. It was violence. There was so many fights and issues and fucking just problem after problem after problem. And the teachers hated me, man. I was a little bit of a naughty kid at school. I didn't really want to learn like how all the other kids did. I guess my ADHD just was a bit of an issue. But instead of like understanding me as a person, trying to get to know me and what I'm all about, they just want to fucking throw me out of the class and send me to a little fucking special school. Whereas Mr. Tyson actually recognised the talents within me and that I just needed to be managed in a different way to a lot of the kids at school. You know, I just wasn't able to be put into a box like other kids. You know, when you have ADHD, your brain just isn't wired like other people's brains. Wow, look at this. This is nice. Lovely. And yeah, I just feel that like the education system in the UK is just a little bit fucking flawed. I feel like quite often they're just happy to just point at the naughty kid and be like, get out, you know, you're the problem. But it's like, I think if you just like understand people a little bit more, you can get the best out of them. And Mr. Tyson knew how to get the best out of me. Like, he was just so good. He was a phenomenal storyteller. I remember all his stories about telling us about doing the Amazon rainforest and coming out with like leeches covered in him. And he just managed to make, you know, the lesson go by so quickly by just making it enjoyable. Another person that was really good at doing that, which I didn't really like history, to be fair. I didn't really like learning about history, only because it was very much just constantly about war and fucking death, and obviously it's pretty depressing. And I'm someone that I feel like if I spend my time looking into like depressive and negative news, it just gets me down as well. So I tend to just stay away from the news, any tabloids, newspapers, all that lot, because it's just super negative, fear mongering. But one teacher that was great was a teacher called Mr. Nash. No, not, was it Mr. Nash? No, I don't think it was. Mr. Pendlebury, no, it wasn't Mr. Pendlebury. Fuck, it was fuck, I don't even know his name, but he was a crazy history teacher with glasses, and his wife was also the science teacher and the sex ed teacher, which if you saw this teacher, you would just absolutely laugh your head off for getting sex education from her. You thought, there's no way she's shagging. But anyway, the history teacher, I can't remember his name, but he was just crazy. He was absolutely obsessed with Nazi, like the Nazis and Hitler. He was just so obsessed. I remember like he used to have like this like dead grenade in his lessons, and he'd like pull the pin out and chuck you the grenade if you weren't listening. You'd be like, fucking hell! Like, it was so funny. But he really didn't like me, so I quite often got chucked out of his lessons. And I also remember my old religious teacher, RS teacher, Mrs. Kidd. I actually did all right in religious studies. I was always interested in religion, but I just never cared for it. I'm not a religious person, but I find it interesting. I find it mad how, you know, we're so divided throughout life and history because of religion. And I think without it, I think potentially the world would be a slightly better place, but God knows. But yeah, Mrs. Kidd, she absolutely hated me as well. She thought I was like the terror child of school, constantly throwing me out of lesson. Mr. Ross as well, my drama teacher, fuck you. Didn't like you. You never let me go away on holiday. You never let me go to Egypt. Hello. Where are you guys from?
Hi, Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland, nice.
You?
I'm from England originally.
Okay.
I'm just talking shit about my school while I'm on this while I'm on this trail. It's a nice little trail. Does it go up to the summit?
You can walk further from the parking lot across the really top of the
Yeah, because I don't know how you guys, but I'm so confused because like I wanted to do like a trek to the top of the mountain, but I ended up just driving here on my moped,
Yes,
and it was a little bit underwhelming in the sense. I get here and I'm like,
yes, exactly.
I was hoping for like some huge,
No, it's not.
yeah. And I was reading online as well, and apparently so many people have come here over the years, like confused and not known how to like navigate the place properly.
Exactly, yeah.
Apparently there's like guided tours where they take you like,
Further down, that's
yeah,
further down.
yeah.
When do you have a Karen guy who leads you through the forest and along a waterfall?
Ah,
and so on.
okay, yeah.
But this is further down.
Yeah, I feel like you can do a lot of that stuff on your own as well. You know, you can go to the waterfalls, you just need a car or a bike.
Yeah, it seems that in the conservation area they use these guides because they also earn an income like that. And
Of course,
they are,
yeah, that's
they are from these hill tribes
Yeah.
who actually originate here. And,
that's fair enough. Same in Indonesia. I went to a few waterfalls in Indonesia, and like they're owned by the hill tribes.
Now today with 2 hours with a guide, it was really nice, and
I mean it's 200.
It's-
so
It's peanuts, isn't it?
them
Yeah,
it's,
it's peanuts.
an income, and
For
us
sure,
it's-
yeah.
And I mean he saw 2 snakes we would never have seen.
Oh wow.
So it was really good. Yeah.
Spiders,
Spiders
and
and,
Oh, there's spiders everywhere in this country. I've found so many.
Everywhere.
And like,
this
if you look
side,
in your accommodation, they're always usually on the top of the roof or some, and they're massive. They're like as big as your hand. They're not well, they are poisonous, but I think if you get bitten, you're ill for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But like I've seen like local people, they just hold them in their hand and put them on their head, and it's oh my god, fuck that. Yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going up here now, or?
We have a car waiting for us.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is
This is just a round trip.
yeah, okay, cool.
to-
And then when you
Learn
go
a
up,
bit
just go
about
and then
this.
but it's just you don't see a lot because there is.
Yeah, that's where I was originally parked, but I come down here to do the thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, lovely to meet you. Take care. See ya. Anyway, I always find it funny, like starting this YouTube channel when I'm doing these walks and stuff, just talking to the camera. Some people just must think you're an absolute fucking knobhead, but fuck it, I don't care what people think. I used to care so much what people used to think about me previously throughout the years, and it stunts you from doing what you want to do in life. You just kind of gotta just go fuck it and just enjoy yourself. What is that down there? That's a little bird. I've just done this, I swear. I'm confused. I'm just gonna go back. But yeah, yeah, Mr. Ross was really fucking shitty to me at school, man. My drama teacher, he literally like went behind my back and told another teacher not to take me on the Egypt tour. My mum went to school and begged him, please take me. This is the kind of thing that's good for my son. You know, taking him out of the country, a sense of adventure, to explore the world, see things that he's not seen before. And yeah, they stopped me from going. And yeah, I had a tough time at Great Marler School, to be honest. I got really, really badly bullied, like badly for years. A friend of mine from back in the day called Ashley, we used to hang around together, and he was quite a bit of a fighter himself. Like, he used to like getting into a bit of a tumble, but it sort of brought me into the mix quite a lot because he was quite mouthy, and then obviously we'd get the attention from these guys, and then I just wouldn't back down. And I mean, I got my head kicked in so many times at that school, rushed to hospital multiple times, jumped when I used to come out of school. Like, they had no solution for me. They even brought in like an ex-police officer called Barry, who was just a fucking fat, overweight alcoholic. And I thought, why am I listening to this fucking guy? Like, he's put all of the people that have been bullying me for years in a room together, and he's like, let's just discuss it. And I'm like, I don't think you quite understand how bad this has got for me. Like, the police couldn't do nothing, the school couldn't do nothing. I mean, I was getting like death threats, like on a daily basis, or people waiting outside of school for me. And then people that weren't even at my school used to wait outside the school gates, like the cousins or uncles of these motherfuckers that used to bully me. It was just fucking despicable, man. And it was like, I know what I went through, and I would never, ever, ever want that to happen to anyone else. But I just knew that the support from the school was diabolical, and they just didn't, it's almost like they just didn't care. And everything was my fault. So if something went wrong in the class, or someone did something, the finger was always pointed at me. But I guess that's what happens when you get branded at school as like the naughty kid. You know, people just think you're always naughty. But as soon as I left school, I spread my wings. I went to fucking drama college. I did like a year of that, pulled out of that because I just didn't feel it was the right thing for me either at the time. And then I, funnily enough, just went and started working at Starbucks because I just wanted to work. I just wanted to earn money. From the age of like 13, I was always working, doing like paper rounds and trying to earn money and stuff. So I always knew I wanted to get out and just earn money for myself. And then I met a guy called Tony Light, who was like the editor of a magazine and a photographer. And I said to him, like, oh, I've been getting into photography for the last couple of years. I'd love to come show you my work. And he said, whenever you're around, man, he said, the office is here, just bring in your work. And like the next day I took my hard drive to work with me, and I went round to his office on my lunch break, and he was like, when can you start work? And I was like, what? I was like, no way. I was 17 at the time, and he'd offer me a job as a professional photographer. I just couldn't believe it. So I was like, fuck yeah. And so yeah, I think I went, handed in my notice at Starbucks, and I started working for these guys, thinking it would be full time, and it only ended up being part time. But it was about £45 an hour. I got to meet some really cool people. I met people like Cilla Black, Levi Root. I met some other like local celebrities and MPs and stuff. It was cool, you know. I was a young kid with a belly full of passion and aspirations to be, you know, this sort of successful photographer. So to get an introduction to the photography world like that was really quite a blessing, to be honest with you. And yeah, big up Tony. I think it was Tony Smith, actually. Tony Light was the guy that owned it, and he was an arsehole. He ended up liquidating the company, owed loads of people money. And obviously when you have a limited company, there's aspects of it where if you liquidate the company, you have to pay back or this or that. I don't know the ins and outs, but I know that quite a lot of people got fucked over. It was called Totally Marlowe, then it was called Totally Society magazine. It was like just a typical sort of posh town glossy magazine. And like I said, it was cool. It was my introductory to the sort of photography world until I started getting more involved in fashion photography and working with musicians and artists and stuff. But yeah, anyways, God knows how I managed to get onto this conversation while on a nature walk. I've barely been looking at my surroundings because I've just been focusing on this fucking conversation, rambling on as usual, but there you go. Anyways, big up the GMS crew. I've still got my homework diary with like loads of people's signatures in it. Do you know what? Every time I go back to England from my travels, I dig it out of my old bedroom and I read it, man. It's lovely to just reminisce and like see how the girls used to write in that like perfect bubble writing with the little love hearts instead of like a dot above an eye. Do you guys remember that? Like that little perfect sweet girl writing, the bubble writing. Or like Lauren was ear, or like love you for LYF for life. But yeah, some great times at Great Marlow. Like, do you know what? As much as I hated school at the time, it's such, I think, an integral part of your life and the start of your life, especially as a young person, because you're at school with people that you love, people that you hate, people that you know, don't get on with so much. And it's like you're just there with everyone every single day. And you just have to put up with it. You just have to get on with it. And I think it makes a lot of people into the character they are. And I think it can go one or two ways. You know, I think people can have a really, really tough time at school. Like myself, I think I had a really tough time But I've got tough skin, and I'm a tough person. My mum had a really tough upbringing in her life, and my parents separated when I was like 6 years old. So, you know, we just had to get on with life. And, you know, in the early stages, you know, live with my mum, she was single with 3 kids, you know, so we got moved around a lot. And I guess you just have to fucking get on with life. You can't be constantly complaining and getting yourself down. You just got to pick yourself back up and move on. And, you know, that was what my mum and my stepdad specifically taught me, is that, you know, in life we get, you know, we fall down, but we just got to get back up, man, and keep on going, man, and keep moving. Otherwise you just become stagnant. Right, I have fucking walked around this place talking absolute shit for 20 minutes. I have no idea where I am. Like, where the fuck am I? I'm so confused. I don't know if I keep going around in circles or if I'm missing the turn off point, but I'm kind of getting a bit frustrated now. Like, where the fuck am I? Like, I need to get back to my bike. I need to check my phone so I can find accommodation for the night and just kind of get the fuck. I'm back in the same place again. Oh mate, this is doing my head in. I genuinely don't know how to get out of here. It says out. Like, I've walked past this a couple of times now. Maybe I've got to go up there. Yeah, I'm going up here. I feel like... Do you know what I've done? I've basically... I come down these steps and didn't realise that I came down them. And I've literally just been walking that in and out trail over and over and over again. And because I've been talking so much shit, I've just not realised that I've walked past it like multiple times. But yeah, so going back up here, back onto the ped, find myself a place to stay the night, and we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, love you lots. Talk to you soon. All right, guys, I made it, but it's been a bit underwhelming, to be honest. Like, obviously the drive up here has been unbelievable, but yeah, it was, I don't know, just not really much to see, to be quite honest with you. Like, the nature trail was all right, nothing really to shout about, but yeah, I've actually decided I'm just gonna drive back to Chiang Mai right now. It's about a 2-hour drive. I'm gonna get there about 6:30 this evening, so I'm gonna end up driving in the night time a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the view up here is beautiful, but there's no homestays up here, there's no hostels up in the mountains, so it's like, yeah, I mean, the closest hostel is about an hour and a bit away. It just doesn't really seem like worth it to sort of drive an hour outside of here just to get to a hostel, just to potentially come back in tomorrow. So I think I'm just going to fuck it over and go to Chiang Mai. I've got my visa to sort out. I need to get myself an extension for another 30 days because I've just been loving it here and time's flown by. So yeah, I'm going to get another 30 days, get myself to Chiang Mai. I've not eaten all day and it is 4:30. So my intermittent fasting is going great, but I am definitely absolutely starving Marvin right now. So I'm going to clock off and I'll see you guys in Chiang Mai. Peace out.